Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Kyle's Financial News. I'm your host, Kyle, and today's date is June 6th, 2024. GameStop is up another 47% today. It immediately started running the moment markets opened this morning. There was about a 15 to 17% dip and sell off around lunch, and then it just continued to rip from there all the way into the close, ending the day about $45, $46 a share. Absolutely wild. One of the main stories revolving around that is that Roaring Kitty announced that he is doing a YouTube live stream tomorrow. So I will have a link to that down below if you would like to check that out and participate in that and view that yourself live tomorrow. I don't even want to start to speculate on what he will be talking about or what he might be doing trade-wise before or after that live stream. All of this is just completely fly-by-wire all week, and who knows how much more wild this will continue to get. Otherwise, we are at all-time highs across the board still. Indexes are doing great. Crypto is very close to all-time highs. Bitcoin, meme stocks, and meme cryptocurrencies are starting to kind of take off again. So it certainly looks like people have some disposable income to go around. On that note, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the expectations of future market performance. Now, keep in mind, I do not have a career history in finance. I've not worked in any type of finance sector job. This is just something, a hobby, a passion of mine that I have been doing for over 10 years now. I have watched thousands upon thousands of hours of real-time stock movement, price action. I've attended many earning releases. I have attended many Federal Reserve meetings. For a couple years, I was trading currencies of other nations, and I was very diligent in paying attention to their fiscal policies and their economies. I spent some time in crypto. I have spent a lot of time on options. I spent some time with the futures markets. I just dabble around a little bit with everything. I just want to absorb as much as I can so that my broader view, my broader perspective can be more and more complete. I don't want my perspective of markets to be so narrowed in on one specific sector, even if that means that I become very well versed in that area. I would rather have a general well understanding of it all so that I can hopefully start to see more and more of the bigger picture and not so much have memorized pixel count and location of little smaller individual pictures of certain types of investment platforms. So with that being said, when I'm talking about future market performance, I'm certainly in no way trying to say this is what's going to happen, everybody else is wrong, or this is why I think it's going this way. That's all just my opinion. So please take everything I say with a grain of salt. And if you disagree about something, please leave a comment, and I'd be happy to go into discourse about it, and maybe I can learn something from it. Maybe I can provide something that my viewer can learn something from it. So win-win for everybody. What brings this to mind, though, and makes me want to talk about it, is just how negative it seems all the media in all forms surrounding markets as a whole has been lately, being the last 6 to 12 months. YouTube videos, mainstream media, social media, you name it. Everybody just has this doom and gloom outlook on the economy. Everything is bad. We're in a recession. A Great Depression is right around the corner. Markets are going to fall 80%. It's all, inflation's through the roof, right? It's just as bad as it can get. And I'm not about to say that we don't have asset bubbles, because we certainly do. The housing market has been a problem for the vast majority with the cost of homes, and that is starting to adjust. Homes are very cost prohibitive right now. Mortgage rates are not as low as they have been in the last number of years, and so people feel like the rates that we have currently are a very abnormal rate. We have asset bubbles in the tech sector, where it seems every year there's a new buzzword that all these companies can ride to the moon on, whether it's AI or blockchain or social media or Way back it was the dot-com bubble and everybody was saying, we're making a website, we're coming out with our own website. These days, all a company has to do is have their CEO go do a press release and not even say that they're incorporating AI or that they're using AI. They could even just say, we're thinking about looking at AI, and their stock price will rise 15% overnight. And I do expect these asset bubbles to taper off and cool down in their own way. Though I don't think we are going to have the big crash, the big Great Depression that so many people are talking about. And I don't know if they're just doing it for clickbait or if they're just struggling getting views, or this is their way of connecting with the crowd that they want to be following them. And I know human nature just in general envies bad news, right? Nobody cares about the fire department coming to save Susie Q's cat out of a tree, right? People want to know if Susie Q ran out into the street and got hit by a car and then there was a 80-mile police chase at 120 miles an hour. They want the whole police chase live streamed, and then they want the guy riddled with bullets at the end and millions of dollars of damages. That's what people want to watch, unfortunately, and that is just the way things are at the moment. So there is not much controlling that. But more worrisome is the idea that all of this negativity is keeping people from participating in the market. And I think that is where there is real damage to be done, because investing and creating wealth for your future does not have to do with timing the market, and it very much has to do with your time in the market. So don't focus on trying to be ahead of the crash or perfectly buying the bottom of whatever crash ends up happening. Just focus on continuing to build a portfolio and add to it over time, averaging out your cost basis. And not only will that equate to less stress on you, but it typically equates to more performance for your investments. So that is another win-win scenario. Constantly monitoring everything for the next big explosion and implosion and bubble pop and Great Depression will lead you not only borderline insane and losing sleep every night, ask me how I know, but it will typically result in you also performing worse than if you had just put money in the market and let it sit and do its thing. Now, there are repercussions to what the Federal Reserve chose to do during the pandemic in introducing $4.5 trillion to our economy. And there are repercussions to the current White House administration and the federal budget overspending in the amounts that they're overspending. The data at least continues to suggest that our economy is proving a little bit more resilient than expected, and I think that will have a significant impact in the near future on these expectations of a huge pending correction and a Great Depression. Now, to go along with that topic, it certainly is not a bad idea to maybe perhaps have a little bit more of a cash position in your account pending investment opportunities than maybe you would during other times. So that could be, instead of having only 10% cash in your account, maybe you have 25 or 30% cash in your account, so that if we do have a significant market correction, then you can take advantage of discounted stock prices and discounted index prices. If you are constantly consuming some of this content out there that is nothing but fear-mongering and rage bait, then you potentially will never enter the market, because there is always going to be something negative running around out there, as that is what people are looking for. That is what people engage with. That's the type of content that's going to get clicks and views in the first place. So that is not going to go away. That is really all I have to say about that. I am just trying to be a voice that is a little bit off the path of where everybody else is heading, which is just doom and gloom and everything's gone to hell and back and nothing is good and nothing is worth investing in. That is all I have for now. I just wanted to say my piece and have it be something that is kept in your mind and adds maybe a different perspective when possibly you're being exposed to that type of content out there. To just be able to take a step back and say, well, is everything really as bad as everybody says? Or are they just trying to get me to engage with their content for their own value? Please stay tuned for future market news coming out this week. I'm sure GameStop will have more exciting content to touch on tomorrow. And with that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot to me. Catch y'all later.